Okay, so the power line comes in from the street, which I'll show you in a second here, onto the house. And then it comes into the box right here, or the meter, I should say. There's the meter. And I think this is some type of, actually I don't know what that is. That actually looks like it goes into the phone. So here is that gray Nomex cable, I think you called it. Has some markings on it. It just says sunlight resistant, 800 volt, something something. But this is coming out of the ground. There's also this coming out of the ground, another Nomex. These could both be, actually there's some type of grounding stake here too, but I'm thinking this wire, hopefully you have a way to check it, but hopefully that wire, that there's a significant amount. So we got two wires coming out of the ground here, and I'm thinking one of them goes to the power cable up at the pump house. So there's that. And again, the box, not the junction box, the fuse box is, the breaker box, I should say, is directly on the other side of this wall. So when I was in that corner, it's probably just on the other side of the wall right here. There's the window right over here. So then the thing that stopped working this weekend was the lights in the garage all work, but there's the switch here that I think I showed you. It's kind of loose. I think this top cable is power coming in, and then this goes out because it goes down into this corner over here. But these lights, as you can see, are not working. There's a light post right there. So I got a light right here and a light right there. So I think it comes out of the corner here and then is probably buried underneath this pad. There's this light fixture right here. There's no outlets on the bottom of that. And then as you come up here, there is another light panel, or a light right here, and it actually has a power box on it there for outlets, as you can see. And then there is another light pole, so that one switch controls all of these. There's also that light pole right there, and down at the bottom there's a switch that controls, can't remember if it's the lights or the power. So there's two boxes right there. One of those has a switch behind it, one of them has two outlets. So what I'd like to do is, this is where my kicker motor got stolen, right here. As you can see, there's just cables hanging out now. I was thinking on burying, let me back up here, a pole like right here and maybe another one over in that corner, and putting like 10-foot poles with motion sensitive lights, and then maybe one of those cameras. So there's power trenched, most likely somewhere along in here. I'm going to clean this out before you come here. But I could pretty easily even maybe just do one post right here, make it fairly tall. So there's power coming out to those light switches, or the lights. Unfortunately, a week ago it stopped working, but I'm thinking maybe it might just be the switch. So this is the pump house, and you can see coming out of the ground here, there's another, it's white, it says 12-2-G type UF 600 volt sunlight resistant. So I'm wondering if this is an old, this is like the power that used to run the pump house. Excuse the dirtiness, I'll probably clean this out. There is a power box right here that runs the this is the pump that they're, you know, on well water here. So I'm wondering, you know, shoot, can we pull power off of this box and run it up? This place needs to be cleaned up. So that's option number one. So option one would be, does this power cable work? Option two would be pulling power off of that box. Or option three would be pulling power out of one of these lines if we could find them. I'm not a huge fan of doing that because then it's on a light switch, and I'd like dedicated power out here that can't be switched on and off. You know, but except for like, well, I mean, we could discuss that. You might have something. So, and again, if that power out of the pump house worked, I could dig a little trench right to here, you know, just, that's only about 10 or 15 feet here. So, oh, and then also, let me, you had said how much privacy from the street. The power comes off the pole there, and it runs down along the property line, and this is the view from the street, so you can see there was a lot of privacy. Nobody would be seeing you, because even if we zoom in here, that structure that you can see through here is the garage, and you would be working on the other side of that. So hopefully that's it. I might end up clearing out some of this brush before you get here, and then I'll even see if I can dig up some of these power cables to see if you know, we could put some post here. But like I said, the biggest thing is I want to do 1 or 2 cement posts, probably about 6 to 10 feet tall, with motion sensitive lights and the camera on top of it. So thanks again.